Hey guys, this is Ritual from Bro's Checkpoint. I just want to take a few minutes to show you how I built the spawn point on our friends and family server. As you can see, this is our train station here. There's 4 lines coming out of it. I've seen some guides, like online, about how people have made train stations in the past, and none of them really took my fancy, so I decided to do something a little more user-friendly. Over here, you can see it's got 4 buttons, each against a colour here. So if I want to go on the red line, just press this button, open my train cart, and away I go. Pretty simple. Likewise, if I wanted to hop back in, and go along the blue line here, hop in, and away I go. Doink. Cool. Okay, so let's take a look at how this actually works. You see we've got a computer set up here with wireless modems on top. The main one is here, the control one. This one's a bit of fluff. These ones here are the receivers, which actually control the motorized switches here. Switch motors. So, you press the button. Ooh, let's go over here. There we go. That tells this computer to broadcast the message across the network. These switch controllers here respond appropriately by either issuing the redstone charge or turning it off, which controls the switches which guide people through here. So, let's look at this in a little more detail. Fire the button, and press here. Now, don't worry too much about this code. I'm going to pop it in pastebin and put links in the comments. But just briefly, we trigger the RadNet by turning on the modem tablets on top. Easy. Monitors then, continuously checking for events against the redstone charges coming in. Checks which direction the redstone charge is coming in from, prints the appropriate line on the computer there, and then RedNet broadcasts a message. You can call this whatever you want. I've used like station and their colour names because I want it to be fairly easy to follow. So let me just reboot that so it's good to go. So once that fires its message, all the other computers are continuously polling for a message to come through. This one here is purely fluff. All it does is turn on these lights. It's completely superfluous. It's just a visual indicator for the players to boink, green one's on, boink, blue one's on, green one's on again. Okay. This one's fluff, but I'll show you it anyway. What it does, same as before, but this one monitors for incoming RedNet messages. When it gets one, turns off all of the redstone charges going out of it, then checks against the message that's come in, and then outputs appropriately when required. Pretty easy. Over here is the main thing we need to worry about. So come down here, get the switch motor. Switch motor. By default they'll be pointing to the right. If they have a charge coming to them, they'll be pointing to the left. That's where you need to really know to get your people through here in the right direction you want them to go. So, they come down here. This computer has received the message, seen that it's not for the orange station, so it's turned off the charge, so it's just pointing the other way. This one, however, works slightly differently because it by default pointing to the right, which we've just done right here. Unless they're going to the blue station, it's enabled to point to the left. So unless, if it's the blue station, it'll turn off the charge, else it'll just leave it on. So let's just demonstrate this. Green, let's do here, up on board, and away. Go to the right, to the left, and to the right. Easy. Okay, one thing you need to know is, over here, I could have this being controlled at one computer. I've chosen to do it with an individual computer per switch, mainly for extensibility. If you have a look over here, I've got 4 outputs coming out here, 1 for each side. The top's out of bounds because it's got the modem on it, the bottom just makes things awkward. So I'll generally go for only controlling 4 things per computer wherever possible. Now, if I wanted to try and control all these switches with one computer, it would be a bit messy. And then if I wanted to extend it, maybe put another one on the red line out here, shooting off over there somewhere. That would be a whole lot more effort to wire it in rather than just plumping down a new computer and modifying this to update the messages. So that's about all there is to it to making this thing work, which is pretty nice. I want it to be fairly user-friendly compared to some of the others I've seen around. Just hop in and away you go. Boink! I'm going to leave you here with a time-lapse of me building the rest of the station. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, comment, give us a shout on Twitter if you want to see me build anything else, and catch you next time.